You've probably heard by now one of the biggest legends in Hollywood, Burt Reynolds, has unfortunately passed away. He was one of my favorite actors, and not only was he a legend in Hollywood, he was also a legend of the Grand Theft Auto series. My personal introduction into the series was GTA Vice City. It was a pretty big departure from other games at the time, which were a little bit more childish with your Marios, the Crash Bandicoots. Instead, Grand Theft Auto Vice City was more like a movie, you could say like Scarface. So when I first played the game, it was mind-blowing, not only from the gameplay perspective, but also from the storyline. You have these characters that felt realistic, and Burt Reynolds, the legend, was a part of Grand Theft Auto Vice City. He played the character Avery Carrington, a popular one. I'm sure all of you guys remember him who've played through Vice City. So we're going to pay homage to Burt Reynolds and look at Avery in this episode. There's a lot of great characters we have to highlight here at the channel, but we have to start at none other than Burt and Avery Carrington. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks again for joining up for the video. Subscribe if you are new, and let me know what characters we should cover in the future. Let's kick it off with Grand Theft Auto Vice City, one of the greatest games of all time. Still to this day, it still holds up. Let's look at Avery Carrington. He's actually one of the first characters you meet as you try to take over the city.
Come in and park yourself on the hide, son. Hell, my daddy used to say, never look a gift horse in the mouth. And by golly, he never did. Would you like a drop of the old Kentucky?
No thanks.
A clean thinker. I like that. Now, the property business isn't all about highfalutin paper pushing. It's about dirt, and the will to claim that dirt. You with me, son?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I need some tenacious bastard to let go of some dirt. And you look to me like the kind of guy to persuade him.
Persuasion's my forte.
Yeah, he'll be down at the country club, down on the golf course. They don't allow guns, so his bodyguards won't be packing lawgivers. Go beat 8 tons of crap out of him. Here now, I got you a membership. And boy, you're gonna need more appropriate clothing.
This guy's my new friend.
Burt's character Avery teams up with the main protagonist of Vice City, Tommy Vercetti, to expand the Carrington real estate empire throughout the city. Now, they have to use very nefarious methods to do so, of course. This is a Grand Theft Auto game we're talking about. So Tommy attacks the mall. He blows up a building. They even start a riot, putting the other competitors into bankruptcy, leaving Avery Carrington to come in and take over everything. Now, because this happens very early in the game, you can tell they're very loyal towards each other, and Avery Carrington even directs Tommy to buying all the other real estate that you can purchase in Vice City. My personal all-time favorite Burt Reynolds movie is Boogie Nights. If you haven't seen it, it's a must-see, but it is pretty mature, so if you're not over maybe 18 or something like that, just hold out for now, but it's a great one. Let's look at some more epic cutscenes from Grand Theft Auto Vice City, starring the man, the myth, the legend, Burt Mother effing Reynolds.
Now look here, son. I got a problem, and I reckon you could help me with it.
I'm no builder.
No, I was thinking more of your demolition skills. Now this is the development as planned, and this is the property that we're looking at.
You're trying to say this new office block is kind of in the way.
You catch on quick. Now I'm gonna head out of town for a while, and if that office development were to face sudden and insurmountable structural problems, then
As a civil-minded individual, you feel obliged to step in and save the rejuvenation of an important area of the city.
Where can I get more guys like you? Tommy, this is Donald Love. Donald, this is Tommy Vercetti, the latest gunslinger to come to these parts. Now, Donald, you just shut up and listen, and you might learn something. Now, nothing brings down real estate prices quicker than a good old-fashioned gang war. Except maybe a disaster like a biblical plague or something, but that may be going too far in this case. You getting this down, you four-eyed prick? Now, recently a Haitian gang lord died. Apparently the Cubans did it. Nobody's certain, but let's make them certain. You disguise yourself as a Cuban hombre and head on down and crash that funeral. Mix it up, and then hightail it. You getting this down, Donald? Well, that ought to put the coyote in the chicken coop, huh? And then we'll just sit back and watch the prices tumble.
One more Burt Reynolds Easter egg to throw out there. If you guys have visited Las Venturas back in San Andreas, then you've likely seen this cowboy on one of the old strip casinos. Well, some say that that is none other than Avery Carrington. It looks a lot like him to me. You got the cowboy hat, you got the same style. That could be Avery in Las Venturas. And considering we're about to go back to the Old West in Red Dead Redemption 2, Let's hope that Rockstar puts an Avery Carrington Easter egg in that game to pay homage to Burt Reynolds. I hope you enjoyed the episode. As a massive Grand Theft Auto fan, it is very difficult to pick out a favorite character. There's certainly a lot of good ones, but no one will deny that Avery Carrington will always be one of the most memorable. Fun fact about Reynolds, before going by Burt, he was known as Buddy Reynolds. It was Clint Eastwood, another classic actor, who told him to switch it up, so he went by Burt Reynolds. It seemed to work out for him. Thanks again, guys. Subscribe if you are new. Hit the like button. That is much appreciated. This episode is dedicated to Burt Reynolds. We will miss you. Stay tuned, and as always, make sure to stay trippy, my friends.